We're 2 weeks away from the launch of the Samsung Galaxy S23. I'm going to try and help set you up for success. Yes, everything isn't necessarily all sunshine and rainbows when you try to pre-order the phone. So what's going to happen is on the early morning of the 1st of February, which is cool time, they're going to have the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event, and they're going to announce the S23, S23 Plus, S23 Ultra, anything else that they happen to launch that day, maybe a new set of earbuds. I don't know. I'm genuinely curious and excited to see what we get from this event. So, based off of past historical experience that I've had with this whole process, there's been basically a big catastrophe when it comes to the website for at least the last 2 or 3 years in a row. So what will happen, or what has happened in the past, is when the pre-order starts, and they're foolish. What Samsung does is basically once the event starts, they update the website and you can start trying to pre-order. So they take away from people even watching the event. I don't know why they do that. They've even done it where they let people go ahead and push out their videos, because a lot of the guys, like right now, MKBHD, he's got the phone. A lot of these other big guys that do videos and do reviews on phones, they've already got it. It's not like there's a big mystery there. But what they'll do is basically once the event starts, they keep letting the embargo lift, and then these guys are dropping their first impressions, unboxings, hands-on, and initial reviews, and then it just completely takes away from the event. So maybe Samsung learns their lesson, but here's what happens. Everybody's watching the event, everyone's all happy and eating their popcorn and enjoying themselves, and then they go try and pre-order, and then lo and behold, the website keeps crashing. It sits there and a little circle spinny thing goes. It takes stuff out of your cart. You try to order it, and then it sends you back to the front page again. All sorts of problems. One of the big culprits of this is Google Chrome. Yes, if you use a different browser, the actual odds of success will go up even higher. And to start yourself off with success, the first thing you should do is go ahead and reserve your pre-order now, so you can get extra $50 in Samsung credit. Or if you decide you want to reserve 2, then you can get $100. I've got a link in the description for that. That's the first way to set yourself up for success, because what's going to happen is Samsung's going to announce these phones, just like they did last year with the S22 phones. There will be Samsung credit. Like, I can almost assuredly guarantee you this, and you will get the most if you get the S23 Ultra or pre-order it. You'll get the second most if you pre-order the S23 Plus, and you'll get the third most if you pre-order the S23, the base model, the regular one. So you'll get extra if you do this reserve your pre-order thing. So like I said, if you go to the link in the description, and you just put in your name and your email address, this indicates to Samsung that you want one, you're interested in it, and then once the phone launches, bam, you get ready to pre-order, you go ahead and you get that extra free $50 of Samsung credit, or $100 if you get 2. So you'll get more when you pre-order the phone. So basically, yes. Chrome, though, going back to Chrome, it historically has a lot of issues. And I sit there and tried, and then I found out, actually, if you use Safari, I've found a lot better success with using Safari, and also using Microsoft Edge, formerly known as Internet Explorer, whatever. If you use an alternative browser, I don't know what it is with Chrome. I don't know, maybe it's just the optimization or lack of optimization, or maybe everybody's using it. I don't know why this is a problem, but I've noticed that when people have been having serious and fatal issues with the website, that if I switch over to Safari, or even with Edge, I have a lot better experience. Like, it would just go right through. So that might be something that's helpful. So first tip for success, reserve your pre-order, get your extra Samsung credit. Second order of business, don't use Chrome. You can try and use Chrome. If it goes right through, then that's great. But seeing as, here's the big thing. The reason that they crash and they have all these problems is because everybody's trying to access it and do it all at once. And we know we've had these things happen the last couple of years, like when the Xbox Series X's and Series S's would pop up. There would be some that would pop up and it would basically shut down the entire site, everybody trying to buy it. Or you try and buy it, it takes it out of your cart. It's just a big pain in the rear end. Now, just a little asterisk to put next to this, it's not the end of the world. There are going to be a lot of these. It's not like, okay, if you're not there the first hour, then you're not going to be able to get one. But there are different color options, different storage options, and historically some of them do go faster than others, especially like the 1 terabytes or certain popular colors and things like that. So, yes, first order of business, reserve your pre-order. Second order of business, don't use Chrome. Now, the third thing you can do is try the app. So you can try the Samsung app, and that sometimes has even a better success rate than using the different browsers. So whether you're on PC, whether you're on your Mac and you're trying to use your browser, you can get the Samsung app, Shop Samsung. You can use it on, I think, even the iPhone, but certainly you can use it with any Android phone, and you can go ahead and do that. And also, I would highly recommend registering and setting up an account, because that will take some of the extra legwork out of it too. So if you already register, you already have your account set up, that's something that you can do also with the Samsung website. And this isn't just the app exclusive. If you go to the Samsung website, Shop Samsung, set up an account, then you can get that out of the way. Now, another thing you can do, a cheat code, if you will, there are different financing things that they also do. And I think now they do Affirm or something. I don't know what it is, but they've got some of those ones where you can set it up and pay over 4 payments, or you can get 0% interest financing for a certain amount of time. If you happen to have a Samsung card, that's probably the best way, because you get the 0% interest for like 36 months or whatever in the world it is. So that's actually really nice. If you want one of those things, then you could go ahead and, like, let's say if you wanted to use a Samsung card, you could apply for one in advance, have your Samsung account set up, go through the whole purchasing process like a breeze. So that's also an option. Not encouraging anyone to go out and do that, not encouraging anyone to set up credit, just throwing it out there that that's another way you can expedite the process. So now that we know, okay, we can get reserve it, we can get our pre-order, our Samsung extra credit, we know what websites or what browsers to use, we know we can use the app, I want to talk about the trade-in process. Everybody always asks me about the trade-in process, like how does it work, what goes on. I talked about this briefly in another video. It's very easy. So when you order through Samsung, you get 2 weeks from whenever the phone ships to go ahead and return your phone, well, to send in your pre-order. They'll actually give you an email that'll say, hey, you can go ahead and send in your trade-in now if you decide you want to get the trade-in. And I guess I should talk about this 2 different ways. So you can buy it outright, of course, and don't have a trade-in, and it will get sent to you. You have 14 days. You can send it back. There's no restocking fee, which is fantastic, because if you go to Best Buy, there's going to be a restocking fee. If you go to AT&T and buy it outright, there's going to be a restocking fee. If you finance it with your carrier, there's going to be a restocking fee, and that's usually about 60, 70 bucks. It's pretty expensive just to return it if you don't like it. If you get it from Samsung, no restocking fee, so that's nice. Trade-ins. This is a question people always want to know how it works. So let's say I'm going to trade in my S22 Ultra, which I'm not. I'll probably trade in my S22 Plus. So you indicate what you're going to trade in. There's a drop-down list that tells you what the values are. You select that option. You select the option you're going to trade in, and then when you pay for your phone, so let's say you're going to check out, they give you the credit up front. Yes, up front, not on the back end. This isn't like Apple where they go, okay, we'll give you $600 and pay the full price now, then we'll wait, you send in your trade-in, and a couple weeks later, we'll credit you back the remainder balance that you would have got for that trade-in credit. You don't have to worry about that. With Samsung, if they say they're going to give you $1,000 trade-in credit, they do, right up front. So if the phone's $1,200, they give you $1,000 trade-in credit, you just pay the $200 difference, plus tax, which is nice. And then what happens is whenever you get 2 weeks to send in your trade-in, when you send in your trade-in, they verify it, and then they go, okay, cool, you're good. You don't have to worry about anything. However, if you don't send your trade-in in within those 2 weeks, what happens is they will go ahead and bill your payment method for the remainder balance. So don't try and think you're being slick and say, oh, I've got the highest trade-in on something and then not trade it in. They will charge you for the other remainder part of that balance. But it is nice. I like how they save you money up front. You don't have to worry about paying $1,400 out of pocket and then getting your trading credit back later on. They give it to you up front. So you get 2 weeks. What they do is that whenever your phone ships out that they're going to ship to you, you'll get an email that says, hey, it's time to go ahead and send in your trade-in. You have 14 days. There will be an email. You go to the email, and then you can print out the FedEx shipping label. So Samsung even goes the extra yard. They send you an email, and then they provide you with the shipping label. So whenever your new phone shows up, you've already got the box, you've already got the packaging stuff and materials. All you need to do, if you decide you want to keep the new phone, put your old one inside that box and use the shipping label and send it back. It's very easy. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward, easy process. Samsung, I buy directly from them. I have for years. You can buy an unlocked model. You can buy even a carrier model. You can get one for AT&T, you can get one for Verizon, whatever. I just get the unlocked one, and it works out just fine. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That's how you get set up for game day. February 1st is whenever it's going to be announced. That's when the pre-orders are going to go live. And then we can all order our fancy S23 phone, Plus, Ultra, whatever you're going to get. I'm going to get the Ultra. From what I've seen with the colors, they've got a fancy new, I think it's called like Mystic or Misty Lilac or something like that. Anyway, it looks kind of like the purple light behind me on the screen here. I'm pretty excited about it. I got the white S22 Ultra, and the white ones usually look pretty nice. It looks like we're going to have a green one, like a beigeish pink looking one, a purple one, and I don't know what the other color is. I can't remember. But should be pretty cool. I'm expecting them to have some of their other colors too, where you have to wait extra time to get the exclusive ones like they did with the red and with the sky blue this last year. They usually are pretty cool, but you got to wait like an extra 6+ weeks to get one of those fancy colors. I'm entirely too impatient for that. But one other thing that I would recommend, if you're curious about the colors, once the phone launches, usually within a couple of days, they'll have them over at the Samsung experiences. They'll have them in Best Buys. They'll at least have one model anyway. So this last year they had the burgundy one, and you could go into the store, into Samsung, and go have a look at it. They're not like Apple. They don't wait until the phone launches to have a demo setup you can look at. I don't know why they do it that way. But Samsung, yes, if you have a Best Buy that's nearby, within a couple days after the announcement, after the big Unpacked event, you'll be able to go in and see it at your Best Buy, which is really, really cool. And I like to go do that so I can see what it looks like, get some eyes on it. And usually they'll have the new S23, the Plus, and the Ultra, and you can see what they look like in person, see if it's something you're interested in. And then they might have one of those cool new colors, and you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like. So that's just another pro tip as well when it comes to the phone launching. So that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I will get back with you. If you found this helpful, if you like this stuff, if you like these sorts of videos, please hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.